Hello, this is Julie Yasar working with Realty One Group Iconic in Spring, Texas area. Today I would like to talk about hot settlement statement for borrowers and sellers. I want to show you the original form, and I would like to show you how it's going to be your closing documents. If it's a loan involved for the borrower, they might use the different type of settlement form, but it's all the same information with a different view actually, but it's gonna be the same. So let's look at it. You're gonna see on the right now, you're not gonna see me anymore, and let's see the first part. First part is what type of loan the borrowers are getting. The closer is gonna click on those information. It's just the basic information actually: name of the borrower, name of the seller, name of the lender, property location that the buyer is buying, settlement agent, settlement date, place of settlement. So this is B. Let's go to J and K. J is considered summary of borrower's transaction. K is summary of seller's transaction. Let's look at these are the numbers that I created just looking at the sum of my before closings, but I made up everything, almost everything, so it's not the same actually. I just want to show you with the example. I just thought it's going to be better for you to understand. Let's say you buy or you sold this home $314,500,000, and this is 101, and the 100 is about the gross amount due from borrower. 400 is gross amount due to seller. It's gonna be the same price for both of them, and you will see 103 is settlement charges to borrower. I'm gonna count this number later. You will see how we end up this 750, and I'm just gonna pass right now. And below that, for the borrower side, adjustment for items paid by seller in advance. If anything paid, like taxes, assessments by the seller, and it's going to be credited to you. It's going to be here. But in this transaction, there is none, so I didn't put anywhere. So when you add 101 and 103, 120 is gross amount due from borrower. And when you go to seller side, it's going to be the same amount. But for the borrower, now it's 315, 215. Let's go to amount on the borrower side, 200. Amount paid by or in behalf of borrower. That means borrower paid already before closing. Let's see what they are. First, deposit or earnest money. This person paid $3,000. Usually in Texas, buyer pays 1% of the sales price. So I put there $3,000. Or if he paid principal amount of new loans, you're gonna add here existing loans taking subjected, you're gonna add here. And in here, under the contract, usually buyer pays option fee as well to get right to bring the inspection, or the buyer has right to give up from the house within 7 to 10 days usually. So the amount is 200. This buyer pays, and I put there. And for the other side, the same. When we look at it, 500 reductions in amount due to seller. Settlement charges to seller, line 1400, $10,535. I'm gonna show you where I get this number. So I'm not gonna say anything right now. You will see exactly why it was like that. And let's say this person has a loan and he is loan amount is right now, payoff amount is $150,000. So I put there. And option fee is going to be reduction from him, the seller, because he already get the money. So let's go to other side. Adjustment for items unpaid by seller, which is usually taxes, MUD taxes. Taxes, county taxes, I put today's date. The seller was living in this home until today, which is 22nd of September, which is, let's say I put 2019 tax amount, let's say $12,000. And when you divide that 365 days, it's $32.80 approximately. And when until today, which is 9/20, it's gonna be 265 days, which is the amount is $8,712. I put there. Seller is giving you the credit, this amount, for you to pay end of the year, this year, to pay your taxes, because you know you cannot pay right now. The seller cannot pay right now for the 2020. So you need to pay it, and seller is giving you credit for that. And I put MUD tax empty. Usually there is a MUD tax in the these areas, Spring, Cypress. Other than Houston, actually, you have to pay MUD taxes as well. And depends on the MUD. This one is the same considered based on the how many days you lived. You're gonna give the credit if you're seller, and if you're buyer, you're gonna get that credit. So when you calculated those from the 200 to 220, its total is $11,912. So gross amount is for this house, gross amount due from borrower was $315 and $250. And when you minus that amount, $11,912, the borrower has to bring at the table $338. So because of this cash transaction, the buyer needs to bring that much amount. Let's go back to seller side. For the seller side, adjustment unpaid for items unpaid by seller is the same number like I told you for the county taxes. And total reduction amount to seller is all together from 501 to 520 is $169, $447. So when you minus that amount to sales price, the seller is going to gain $145.53. For $45,053 they're gonna get. So let's go to the L, which is settlement charges, which I mentioned you two numbers, which is for the borrower $750, for the seller $10,535. So let's look at the buyer side. Actually, buyer side, if it's a closing cash deal, it's not that much. Usually they pay title service fee, title services and lenders insurance, which is a small amount, and government recording fee, HOA transfer fee, and any other could be, but it's not gonna be that much. So for this house, its total is $750. So for the seller, he needs to pay commission I put, seller agent and buyer agent, $7,535. In owner's title insurance, usually seller pays in Texas. And home warranty, $600. Escrow fee for the title, $400. Those amounts that I created, it's gonna be the similar items but with the different numbers actually. So total is that $10,535. Let's go back. Let's go to K. Total. Let's go to not this one. Still, we're in the K. Comparison of good faith estimate and HUD charges. Origination charge, your credit charge, your adjusted origination charges, transfer taxes. Charges that in the total cannot increase more than 10%. Those amount is gonna be given you from your lender if you're a buyer. So I'm not gonna go over those things because they're not usually giving you this one. They have a similar one that I told you in the beginning, but it's gonna be the same sections actually. Charges that can change, like interest, homeowner insurance, because those are calculated by day. So when the lender give you the first day, of course it's gonna be changed when you do the closing. So loan terms information, those information, your initial loan, your loan term, your interest rate, your initial monthly amount, it's gonna be all your closing statement anyway. So what else I could tell you? Total amount owed including escrow account payments. Those information you will see in their closing statement as well. So I hope I give you valuable information about that, because those are the things most people are wonder how it's gonna be, how much it's gonna be. I get those information, those questions a lot. So it's gonna be a little bit hint for you. It's gonna be the similar information that they'll given to you. Maybe it's not the same, but it's gonna be the same information with a different format. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching me. Please make a comment or ask me a question. I will be happy to assist you. And if you like my videos, please subscribe my channel below that description area. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye bye.